Hello, and welcome to This Week in DeFi, the podcast where we go over the coolest shit that happened last week in DeFi. This week, we're going to talk about something slightly different. Usually, we talk about super solid DeFi projects. This week, we're going to talk about a trading narrative. But this is more than a fly-by-night narrative, or hopefully it is. There's actually something to the idea, at least. So, the narrative right now is internet capital markets, and this is a narrative that's being pushed by Solana. So here we have this essay by Kyle Samani from Multicoin. And I think it's actually originally from a tweet from Akshay, who is like the CMO at Solana. And it's a pretty convincing thesis talking about taking financial markets on chain. It's sort of just another, I would say it's a rehash of decentralized finance, but focusing on practical applications like payments, but also capital formation. Lily also talks about it more. Lily from Solana, she had a talk at Token 2049, and she went over how capital markets traditionally work. IPOs, it's really difficult and arduous, but with Solana or with blockchains in general, you could raise capital much more easily. So it's a really cool idea. But is the implementation there? We'll get into it. So before we dive deep into this, just a reminder, we have a YouTube channel. We have weekly on-chain analysis, DeFi project overviews, even interviews with projects. So pretty worth subscribing to. Yeah, so what's out there today for internet capital markets? So right now, I would say that the implementation is not quite as cool as the dream laid out by the Solana Foundation people, but there is still something worth looking at. So right now, the biggest project that's getting a lot of memetic traction is called Launchcoin, or Believe. Believe app is the name of the app. And the Twitter handle is Launchcoin, and the way you use it is, I think it's actually launch a coin, or maybe it's Launchcoin here, and then the name of the coin, and then your token is live. So you can trade it on Solana. You can also trade it using this iOS app that they have, and then founders or people who are creating the token can link their Solana wallet and their Twitter account, and then they can get some fees. I believe the fees are 2%, so the founder actually gets like 1%. So it's pretty cool. But these are, for the moment, just basically meme coins. There's no value to them. I believe they're fair launch, so it's kind of like a rebranding of Pump.fun. They are fair launch tokens, so the founder, if they want some tokens, they're going to have to buy them themselves. And it's a little bit sad because part of the reason meme coins exist is because of regulations. Like it would be really cool to have equities on the blockchain, but the current regulations seem to not really allow that yet. So you can see the legal disclaimer here on Believe app is saying that your coin must not represent equity. It may not imply financial returns, but ideally they would. But for the time being, because these regulations, because of these disclaimers, so these are meme coins. There are one or two decent projects related to this. So the best one so far is called Dupe. This is a website where you can find like cheaper alternatives to expensive furniture. So it's actually a decent website and use case. And then they have like this token related to it called DUPE, Dupe. And then the question is, if you buy this token, are you actually getting upside from Dupe? And that's going to depend on the team. So I would say that there's nothing stopping these teams from adding value to these coins. Like they could theoretically add staking. I think previously there's a meme coin called Degen from Farcaster, and they actually created their own chain around it. So there's some value add there. But I would say probably the majority of the launch coins from Believe are going to be trash meme coins, just like on Pump.fun. But still, this dynamic is kind of interesting, and it's extremely compelling, apparently, because there's a Believe screener where you can see the activity, and Launchcoin, which is the coin behind Believe, has been doing super well. Lots of volume, and they're getting like tons of fees. So people are really using and trading this. But the question is, are legitimate projects using this? And it seems like there's not that many. And I mean, if you were to ask me what I like, if I wanted to raise money for today in DeFi or like a fund or something, would I use this? Probably not, because there's no control over the tokenomics. There's no ability to easily add value to the token. I'd have to create that all myself. I have to buy the tokens on the secondary market myself. I might get sniped. So not a lot of control for the creators. Yeah, it's a really basic project, but still these numbers don't lie. This is like some real traction. So is it a very legitimate launch pad? I would say no, but it has a lot of lessons for previous launch pads. So like Fjord is an example of an actually pretty legitimate launch pad where you can actually discover new projects, and these are actually DD'd already. And they're actually pretty decent, like TimeSwap, Magpie. Magpie is like this yield aggregating project. And yeah, so there is potential for something like, if something like Magpie was launched through Launchcoin, the benefit would be that people would access it really easily, because Fjord, like, it's a good project, but then I haven't really, you don't really see it on Twitter that much, but then Launchcoin, you see it all over Twitter. So just I would say that's the main difference between Ethereum and EVM projects and Solana. Like Solana really focuses on distribution and marketing. You hear about these Solana projects all the time, but like these good Ethereum projects like Fjord, you don't really hear about them that much. The founders are really focused on making a very solid project, but then they just don't think about the distribution the way Solana projects do. So I think that for internet capital markets to really succeed, something like Believe is a good starting point, but maybe not really the final destination. I would hope. You don't want you don't want the pump.fund to be your main use case, but some kind of like if Believe became more legit, like they have this great iOS app, they have a really good UI. It's really easy to both launch tokens or buy them. Like it's like Robinhood, but even easier on the app. If they were able to give founders like more control over the tokens, maybe make it easy to add value. If there's ways to deal with the legal ramifications around it, then it would be it could be transformative for raising capital. Or on the other hand, if on the other side for Ethereum launch pads, like if they could learn something from these Solana projects about distribution and marketing, then they could probably achieve much more success as well. So yeah, I think there's something to learn from both sides, and this is not a very legit like launchpad project in my opinion at this point, because these tokens have no value or use. But if you're a builder, I think there's a lot to look at here. And if you're a trader, I think there may still be something here. I probably personally only stick to Launchcoin, which is the coin of the Believe app. But if you're more degen, you could look into it more. If you are interested in trading this, the guy to follow is probably him, like Guy Gajira. He is a KOL for this kind of thing. I think he was early to GOAT, which is Terminal of Truth meme coin, and then he also actually like created the narrative for Fartcoin, I believe. And then he's the one who's like kind of tied internet capital markets to this Believe app. So he would be the one to follow for Believe app trading. Yeah. So yeah, that's Believe app, and that's internet capital markets so far. Really early narrative. I hope it succeeds. I think there's a lot of things there. I would like to see capital raising on the blockchain really happen. I think it needs to evolve a lot from this iteration to be legitimate, but there is something there. Yeah. Cool. So that's it. And yeah, if you want to stay up to date with DeFi, we have go to todayindefi.com. We have a daily newsletter. We have a YouTube, and yeah. Until next week.